arrived and examined the freezer more closely, she could make out partial words scratched into the walls: help, and what looked like David. The implications hit both officers simultaneously. These weren't random scratches from loading or unloading food. These were messages carved by someone inside the freezer. "We need to empty this freezer completely," Rodriguez said, her voice tight with urgency. "Right now." As they removed package after package of frozen food, the scratched messages became clearer. Someone had carved multiple words into the freezer walls, including dates, a name, and desperate pleas for help. But most importantly, as they reached the bottom of the freezer, they could hear something that made their hearts stop. It was faint, barely audible but unmistakable, the sound of shallow breathing. "Margaret? Margaret Chen? Can you hear me?" Rodriguez called into the empty freezer. The response was so weak that both officers almost missed it, a whispered help that was barely more than exhaled air. Margaret Chen was still alive, but what they found next, nobody expected. If you were in her shoes, what would you have done? Tried to escape or left a message behind? Drop your thoughts below. The discovery of Margaret Chen alive in the freezer after 5 days sent shockwaves through the Tampa Police Department and the medical community. Paramedics who responded to the scene said they initially thought they were recovering a body. Margaret's core body temperature was 84 degrees Fahrenheit, well into the fatal hypothermia range, and she was barely conscious. Her skin was pale and frostbitten, her pulse thready, her breathing so shallow it was almost imperceptible. And yet, she was alive. She was rushed to Tampa General Hospital, the very hospital where she had cared for so many children. Doctors immediately began the delicate process of warming her body. Too quickly, and she could suffer cardiac arrest. Too slowly, and she could slip into a coma. Against all odds, Margaret regained full consciousness after 48 hours. Her first words were weak, but unmistakable. "David did this." Investigators wasted no time. David Chen, who was already under suspicion, was arrested on charges of attempted murder, unlawful imprisonment, and obstruction of justice. When confronted with Margaret's survival, his calm facade finally cracked. Detectives later testified that David seemed more stunned than anyone in the room, muttering over and over again, "She wasn't supposed to make it." But then came the twist nobody saw coming. As forensic teams examined the freezer more carefully, they found something hidden beneath the layers of